It's not, and that's okay. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. To the genuine ones with no malicious intentions, I truly hope that you continue to find peace within, regardless to who gave up on you or overlooked you during your journey. You matter and you are worthy. My content is not for everyone. Healing, trauma, and pain is not a race or an overnight process, but you matter and you're worthy. Loving yourself is not a crime. They would never understand the obstacles that you had to overcome being a popular loner, but you actually meant what you said that you went through that day. Choosing yourself to realize that phone call was one-sided. Folks just wanted to hear what you had going on. They couldn't show up for you. They endured pain. They tried to have an excuse why they know how to show up for you, saying that you was the problem, but hold on one second. God truly gifted you, showing that you are worthy. Understanding the love language that can relate to. Why God chose you. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. That unconditional love, being a popular loner, you wasn't doing it for likes and on cloud chasing. They would never understand your tunnel vision. That God endured that light within you when it came to elevation. They would never understand your existence when you truly was catching your blessings right to left. You didn't reject yourself another day, overcoming obstacles alone. That hold on one second, you wasn't looking for no handouts. You understood that it was an even exchange. You endured pain, but you overcame to understand that hold on one second. You understood your reality today. They try to shortchange you for you got a character. They wanted you to shortchange yourself when it came to your elevation, but God showed you growth when you least expected. They threw spirit at you in a toxic way. The spiritual warfare was ruling your world, but God was truly protecting you every single day during your journey when you least expected. It wasn't a rejection, it was truly your protection. Healing certain childhood trauma went into your adulthood. They would never understand your mindset when you actually meant what you said, that you wasn't giving up on you, becoming your worst enemy another day. Hold on one second. When God brought you balance into your life, you can become your worst enemy of the day. They would never understand God's direction when it came to your faith, how it took a whole community to go up against you, and they wanted you to catch a case. You know how to take accountability for your actions, but certain folks didn't understand the mindset and actually meaning what they say at the end of the day because they had hidden agendas when it came to motives. You ever was put in a situation where God was testing you? Only realized that hold on one second and they was trying to shortchange you. You understood that they had a motive within the motive because they didn't want you to elevate. But you understood that, hold on one second, God didn't make a mistake. God allowed you to catch your blessings right to left. They didn't understand how you was truly a pop alone and moving these streets alone. Understanding that, hold on one second, you understood your direction when it came to your faith. You wasn't trying to do yourself wrong another day. Because action spoke louder than words when it came to growth. Understanding healing that, hold on one second, you stand before yourself today. They would never understand self-love when it came to, hold on one second, I wasn't trying to self-destruct. You know, when you don't worship the devil, they would never understand what you overcome. That is just different being a popular loner. You know, when you really a popular loner, you ain't looking for yes men to be around you. You ain't doing it for likes and you little cloud chasing. You're a real like popular loner. Looking for love in all the wrong places. Wasn't a position in your life anymore. Self-destructing. Now, hold on one second. I know where I went wrong. I took accountability for my actions. I understood at the end of the day, nobody's going to understand me, but I'm choosing me. I ain't trying to overlook me. Yeah, I walk these streets alone, understand that God got my back each and every day in the most healthiest way. When my neighbor try to get at me, right to left. It's like a bad habit, like a heart attack. Something they wanted me to catch so I wouldn't be in my own existence. But God actually had me paying attention, allowed me to see another day for all the right reasons to understand my existence. When you're a real life popular loner, they would never understand how you overcame that spiritual warfare. Seeing your dreams really coming true. Allowing you to choose you to balance your span when it came to rotation. That hold on one second. Shit could have really got ugly. But it was one-sided when it came to someone's vision because they saw you as a threat on competition. You understood the spiritual world, how it comes into the 3D, how shit could get real physical. Hold on one second. But God was still protecting you. God still was protecting you. You was protected in the spiritual realm. You was protected in 3D, 5D, 3D. They would never understand what you actually mean, what you said that day. You wasn't wearing a mask to gaslight folks to be your authentic self so that they can relate to how it took a whole community to go up against you when it came to spell work, one-sided. You ain't have to lie about what you experienced that day. It's kind of funny how folks bully you, and then when you speak up for yourself, you fucking wrong. Or someone do you wrong at the end of the day. They laughed at your pain. It wasn't an even exchange. They wanted to suck at your free will. When it came to that conversation, it was one-sided. When it came to their vision, all because you believed in your faith and you wasn't a mistake how God created you that day. You ever told somebody you was going to get your life together? When you a popular loner, and they said at the end of the day, you ain't going to do better. You ain't going to get your life together. It wasn't for likes and views or don't cloud chasing. They would never understand your existence when it come to your reality. Smiling, going within, it wasn't a challenge. They found balance. Not to relapse another day. They would never understand what you overcame. Being your authentic self, that's what folks couldn't relate to. Was understanding you. How you was being original. Something that they can relate to was being they self. So they had to project pain. It wasn't an even exchange. When it came to their trauma, was one-sided. When it came to drama, try to get you out of pocket. When it came to antagonize you, only rest the hold on 1 second. They came up short when it came to common sense. Because God was truly covering you. You know, when you were like popular loner, you ain't doing it for likes and views. It's truly your reality. It wasn't a hesitation when they allowed yourself to love yourself. Asking God for balance every single day when it came to time and change and growth. You had to put that footwork and that energy is different. Overcoming obstacles when you least expect it. They didn't understand how did you overcome that obstacle when I do spoke in a toxic way. You're supposed to be bent out of shape. How self-love looks different. And they didn't understand how did you overcome pain. How do you believe in your faith? If I just try to like at your conscience when it comes to your free will. And you know I do spoke at you in a toxic way to make you feel uncomfortable. I laughed at your pain. I projected to be somebody you truly wasn't. But you actually was a respectful person. Everything that you actually experienced and endured. You still stand before yourself today and actually mean what you said. You still standing strong. You ain't have to blackmail your neighbor. You exactly keeping it real. That's why folks didn't like you, because you know how to keep it real. They hated your guts, but they actually respect you behind closed doors because not one lie was told. And you was the first person to actually keep it real. That energy is different. You ever had somebody play with spoke on you in a toxic way? Or had folks that they was related to or they was rooting for, projecting that mindset on you? And you showed up and showed folks at the end of the day, I wasn't scared, let them live in fear. I stand before myself today. I understood I was the blessing because God said I wasn't a mistake. Regardless who gave me, didn't love me to protect me, or actually show me I was worthy. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. They would never understand how you stand before yourself today, overcoming what you've been through, because shit could have got real physical. But she wasn't trying to get out of character with folks who had lack of common sense. Talking about they worship God, but hold on 1 second, they was worshiping nothing but the devil. They swear up and down you playing with spoke in a toxic way when it come to witchcraft, voodoo, whatever the case may be, black magic, but that was never the case because you wasn't trying to catch a case in the spiritual world. The energy is different when it comes to the 5D because you understood karma at the end of the day. When you don't run from your past, the energy is different. Now, how to take accountability for your actions, even when folks try to blackmail you, you wasn't running from yourself. You understood your potential that God installed within you. It took a whole group of people to go up against one person, all because you understood elevation. And you was far from thirsty, doing it for likes and views, little on cloud chasing. Everybody's digestive system ain't the same when it comes to pain, projecting at the end of the day. And I say that respectfully. I understood my lane. When it come to my lens, believe it in my faith, so that you can relate to is loving yourself. You was projected pain. Folks be like they so held, but they be so intimidated by what God got going in store with you. They do. They got to dibble and dabble into your conscious records, violating your privacy. Hold on 1 second. You didn't even ask my permission. How they pulling cards on you. Hold on 1 second. Trying to energy harvest off your energy. Trying to destiny swipe with you. Epic failure to damn. How this type of stuff truly does happen when folks be trying to invade your space. And then when you speak up for yourself, you fucking wrong. Going up against the bully who was doing you wrong. This type of shit does happen. What you experiencing, you still understanding. Trying to understand your uplifting when it comes to your life. That hold on 1 second, you was paying attention. That they was dead ass wrong. Disturbing the peace of an innocent person that was just in their own lane, minding their business. They trying to figure out where did we go wrong. The last person I projected spell work on a toxic way, it actually worked. I got them moving uncomfortable, bent out of shape. I hacked their devices. I did this and I did that. Made a fact I put something in their food. At the end of the day, they would never be the same, let alone I laced their weed or whatever the case may be. Folks ain't gonna believe you anyway. That's how they felt that day when they went up against an innocent person who was in their own lane because someone truly had potential. Only to realize that, hold on one second, they went up against a child of God that actually was mentally strong. Because God endowed that light within that baby. The energy is different. That was God's baby. My heavenly mother, my heavenly father, God don't play about me, and God is real. And I say that respectfully when I understand my existence, because God is truly leading me better days ahead. I don't give a fuck who don't fuck with me at the end of the day. You can say hi one day, and the next, I don't give a fuck at the end of the day. No, it's the train that's off of me. Who gives a fuck? You ain't for me. And that's okay, because I understood elevation. I wasn't looking for your piece of cake because I ain't trying to have diabetes. No, for real. It's a trade off of me. Have a good day because, everybody food is not for you. And whatever the case may be, you'll be so surprised. Were they trying to serve you? Thinking you that you a fool? Only to realize that everybody's mental state. Matter of fact, their digestive system ain't the same. When they try to ruin you, when it come to your reputation, trying to poison you with poison, hold on one second, it was one-sided when it came to their mindset, going up against a child of God. That energy is different. And one thing that baby didn't have to do was lie. When they overcame, like, hold on one second, I'm able to tell my story today. When you're real like Papa Loner, you ain't looking for mommy and daddy to come save you. You stand before yourself at the end of the day with official information that, hold on one second, shit can get real physical. But you hold your own way. And you've been doing it since day one. As a youngin', hold on one second. You just got better time with day when it became an adult. Certain folks don't even know you. That's why they overlook you. They see potential within you because you're mentally strong. That, hold on one second, you wasn't trying to lose yourself another day. You've been through situations by yourself. You overcame it. And certain folks didn't understand how did you overcome. Folks try to suck you at your free will when it came to your conscience. When it came to, hold on one second, I don't want you to see another day. Folks had to wait until you was intoxicated to jump you, to shortchange you. Hold on one second. So you mean to tell me because I got a rhythm within me that you don't understand, that God endowed within me, you're trying to shortchange when it comes to my personality? This type of stuff happens when people be hating. And they be like they love you, they respect you, but they try to shortchange you. They couldn't wait to put their hands on you because they was praying for the moment that, hold on one second, I didn't never like you. And I couldn't wait to say it out loud. I don't want those type of folks around me. And folks be like, how? What happened? What did I do that day? Shit could have really got physical. I say that respectfully. You putting your hands on me at the end of the day, only realize you always wanted to do that. And I was never trying to catch a case because I knew how to respect my neighbor. But you always had ill intentions to plot against me, to size me up, to take my free when it comes to my conscience. Entertainment purposes only. I say that respectfully. My content ain't for everybody. They don't understand how you truly a popular loner. They knew at the end of the day that you couldn't pick up the phone. Because the next conversation was a one-way answer. You hearing yourself. Because nobody never saw your vision. They didn't know how to protect you, love you, they don't respect you. Certain folks don't understand how you operate, balancing your smile every single day, even when the tears flow from your face. My heavenly mother, my heavenly father, got my back. I understood that, hold on one second. I'm a walking testimony, and I was worthy of choosing me not to overlook me. I'm very so much thankful every single day that God didn't give up on me. It was days when I wanted to tap out, but God said, no, I can't allow you to. Even when they throw sport at you in a toxic way, I got your back. Being a popular loner is not easy. It's not. And especially when someone is not doing it for likes and views. This is someone's life. And I say that respectfully. And it's so sad and disturbing that people that's a popular loner, it takes a community to go up against one person just to project spell work because they feel like someone is not protected. They think someone is vulnerable because they're not protected. because they feel like this person is walking the streets alone. Nobody's coming to check for this person. Folks hearing he say, she say, third-party conversations about this person, but hold on 1 second. The math never added up. Because this person is genuine, kind, genuine-hearted person. Hold on 1 second. They would never do anybody wrong. Even with the blackmail, they still show up for themselves to find balance. That hold on 1 second. Where do you get your strength from? All the spell work that we dished out to you, even when the spiritual warfare, hold on 1 second, you still was getting busy, showing up for yourself, taking accountability for your actions. And you didn't have to do what's wrong, but hold on 1 second. We just had so much animosity within us, we had to shortchange you when it comes to your conscience. Someone sees you doing your own thing when it comes to your flow. You vibe into your own remedy when it comes to your love language. They say that you know how to sing, you know how to rap, you know how to do poetry, you know how to act. They telling the whole community, hold on 1 second. Now folks is putting poison in your food, trying to size you up so you won't communicate with you. Somebody sees you walking around by yourself when it comes to these streets. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, I'm a bad mouth. You get you out of character so I can antagonize you to get you locked up. So I can paint you out to be the villain of my story, saying that you ain't got self-control. How this type of stuff happens when you're truly a popular loner. Ain't nobody coming to save you. Ain't nobody gonna believe you. Even when you speak up at the end of the day, we gonna make sure we shadow ban you. Being a popular loner is rare. You wasn't doing it for likes. If you was on cloud chasing, you stand before yourself, they would never understand the pain that you endured that day. How you stand before yourself today. My content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. You know, spiritual warfare is real. That last video that I just did, as I'm doing the video, I was being spiritually attacked. And certain people wouldn't understand what I'm saying. It doesn't matter if you're protected or not. It's but so much someone can actually touch you, though. A little scratch that didn't hurt. Because when you're truly protected, the damage that they want to do is not going to affect you. So when you wake up with bruises on your body, you wake up with scratches on your body, it looks like whips and stuff. That's what it looks like. And when you know, you know. My content is not for everyone. Don't ever allow the enemy to make you feel like you're supposed to live in fear. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And never feel wrong for expressing yourself to the wrong person. Because when the right people hear you, they see you, they respect you, they acknowledge you, they ain't got ill intentions towards you, and they ain't got time for all that bullshit. And I say that respectfully. I said, fuck you, devil, 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 fuck you. It's the train of thought you want me to be my own self-worst enemy. You wanted me to be my worst enemy. That flex hits different when you understand elevation, saying, fuck you, devil. Nah. No, disrespectfully. You wanted me to get out of character, go take for tack with you. But I still chose me to understand elevation, understand that you couldn't understand your own gravity. You try to shortchange me, trying to energy harvest off my energy. But that return back to send the bitch, it actually works. The energy is different. You would never understand your train of thought when it comes to your one-sided vision. My content is not for everyone. It's not. But what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to make you feel comfortable because you want me to be something I'm not. I'm going to always be Nia G on respect. If my own biological mother can't stop me from being my authentic self, what makes you think you're going to be able to stop me? It's a train of thought for me. If you think that someone that was supposed to protect me and love me, and I never heard I love you, was supposed to stop me from being my authentic self, What makes you think you're going to stop me? And then you're going to sit there and try to threaten me that you're going to put me incarcerated. You hack my devices so you could blackmail me, so I could have a court case, and you can't wait for your due date, so you can look at me in my eyes and say, hold on 1 second, I got that motherfucker where I want them. Or you did come to me, Spells, and said that you was going to put me in a psych board and tell the world at the end of the day, see, I told you this motherfucker is crazy. It took a group of fucking people to go up against one fucking person. That tells a lot about your fucking character traits. It's a train of thought for me. I don't worship the devil. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding. Fuck you, devil. They come in all different shapes and sizes. That energy is different. You acknowledge yourself, hold on 1 second, but fuck your existence. And when I talk about God and I'm in a room with someone that's older than me, I do not mean no disrespect because God is being good to me. I stand before myself the day that God is being good to me. I overcame spiritual warfare while God was still protecting me. I could have lost me, but God said, I got you. They would never understand how you woke up from that. They would never understand how I restored you and made you more stronger. When they threw spell work at you in a toxic way, they was playing with black magic, voodoo, witchcraft. You put a name in your book. Projecting love spells and all types of shit. Shit could have really got complicated, but hold on 1 second. It was only one-sided. Because God said that was an epic failure when it came to their mission. Bother my baby. They said, well, you gay. You a dyke. You don't even know if you coming or going, who you like. I love me. I choose me. And God shows me that I'm still believing in my faith every single day, and I wasn't a mistake, regardless of how anybody fucking felt at the end of the day when it came to their feelings, that they didn't fucking want me. And one thing I ain't gotta fucking do is lie on nobody's motherfucking name when they said what they said that day when it come to my motherfucking past, and I stand before myself today. Imagine not hearing I love you. Imagine hearing somebody say out their fucking mouth, I wish I would have got rid of that motherfucker. I'm a popular loner for all the right reasons. I stand before myself today. The disrespect was loud, but I found balance to love me, to realize I'm worthy. It's folks that become addicts, bent out of shape because they moms and pops don't love them, bent out of shape because nobody ever showed up for them, showed them love. I could have been that person, but I didn't. I kept going when I almost gave up on me. I had folks trying to lace me up or do all types of weird shit during my journey. Motherfuckers trying to figure out why didn't it fucking work. How do you understand your existence? Because God was protecting me. God loves me. Even when you put poison in my food. I stand before myself today, understanding my confidence to hold on 1 second. Yes, I am worthy. Yes, I am loved. My spiritual family truly loves me. They be by my side all the time. It may not be physical, but hold on 1 second. They never said I wasn't loved. They always told me never give up. That vision that certain folks can't relate to when your ancestors is right by your side. Folks say that you crazy. I heard a motherfucker say to me at the end of the day, because you're a lesbian or whatever the fuck you want to be, the enemy not going to allow you to become your best self vision in this fucking world. So you need to sit down. B-I-T-C-H. I said what the fuck I said. And this motherfucker was saying in the whole motherfucking group, that bitch wasn't talking with her chest, or he, talking amongst a group of people. The energy is different. I stand alone. And I'm saying this shit, and I say this disrespectfully. I don't give a fuck what the enemy got going on. Because I'm going to continue to elevate. Even when you shadow ban me, I'm far from a copycat, I'm original. The energy is different. Yeah, you hack my devices or whatever the case may be. I ain't gotta go tick for tack with weak ass bitches at the end of the day who gotta sneak this people. Or because they actually understand their confidence. The energy is different. We all not the same when it comes to elevation. I know how to respect my neighbor, good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. When someone truly sees potential within you, they try to shortchange you when it comes to your vision. And one thing I ain't gotta do is lie. Never one time that I had to. No, didn't have to. For what? That's why people don't like me. Because I tell the truth. I don't know how to lie. I'm going to tell them myself. I'm be like, okay, because I know how to take accountability. But one thing I don't know how to do is lie. And when I tell the truth, it makes people feel very uncomfortable. It does. It makes people feel very uncomfortable. So when I tell the truth, it's like, damn, I used to spare motherfuckers' feelings all the time. And I just didn't say shit at all. I even had to tell a lie. But why would I make myself feel uncomfortable and sick, mentally drained, and feel bad for myself not choosing myself in that situation, all because of the fact that someone got away with some shit? I'm not a kid no more. The energy is different. And especially when you're not doing it for likes and views on cloud chasing, energy is different. And especially when you're not out here energy harvesting of innocent people's energy. And especially when you're not trying to destiny swipe with folks. And especially when you're not playing with sport in a toxic way. And especially when you're not fucking out here psyching people at their fucking free will. All alone hacking people's devices. Trying to run up on them. Trying to talk about their free will when it comes to their conscience. That is just different. We all not the same. I ain't got to sit up here and group up with against a group of people to go against one person to be a hater. That ain't running my blood. We all don't operate the same. I'm far from a hater. I actually respect my neighbor. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. I don't give a fuck what you got going on in your life. At the end of the day, and I don't mean no disrespect, but Dan, I ain't got to make you feel like you got to be unworthy of yourself. That is just different. You ever warn somebody, but then warning them like, hey, this is who I am. And they thought that you was put on the front, like they was waiting for you to switch up. But never not one time you switched up. But when God steps in the room, when we have the strength of God, and when the enemy and the devil is watching, God is guiding you like, yo, do this. Since they want to do this, we're going to show them something better we could tell them. The energy is different. It is not manipulating God. When you say God, no. Because I don't use the word God to manipulate people. I don't operate like that. And especially when I didn't sign up for something. Even when someone's in the background trying to blackmail me to pay me out to be, hold on one second. We had this conversation, you don't remember? That's when that crazy shit started to play in. It was only one-sided when it came to your fucking vision. You know, that's invading someone's space. That's invading someone's privacy. To sit there and hack someone's devices because you got the upper hand, because you got some money. When, like, why is that the norm? And it's so crazy because it don't matter if you're the same skin color as somebody. For someone to go up against their neighbor. I thought we were supposed to not be divided. Like, no, end the train of thought for me. But like chicks and dudes be saying, I'm not a girls for all the right reasons. I'm not a dudes for all the right reasons. I want to suck at your conscience when it comes to your free will because I got ill intentions to suck at your free will. I don't fucking like you anyway because you truly got potential. You the issue. Hold on one second. I got to get rid of you. I know what they doing behind closed doors when they come to you. I'm part of it too. Hold on one second. You can speak up for yourself all day long. Ain't nobody going to believe you when you overcoming the pain. Hold on one second. How did you do that day? My content is not for everyone. I say that respectfully. Always be yourself. Always be yourself. You know, and it's so crazy because people say God is not real. If God wasn't so real, right? It took a whole group of people to project spell work on somebody, right? And the last person that y'all played these Operation Mind games on, they not the same anymore. The last person that you did certain things to, they not the same anymore. The last person you poisoned their food, the last person you did this to, they not the same no more. You know, when I say God works in mysterious ways, oh, my Heavenly Mother, my Heavenly Father, God is always on time. You said that you were going to make sure someone was homeless. You was going to strip everything away from them. You hack their bank accounts. You hack their private information that nobody's supposed to know about. You got access to it because you got controlling issues. And God saw everything that you did to try to dim somebody's life so they won't be motivated. You know what? I never understood this when certain people bother a child of God, and a real child of God, and I say this respectfully, and especially a chosen one at that. When someone is not doing something for money, and the way someone's heart is set up genuinely, and I don't mean no disrespect, someone can have $1 in their fucking pocket, one fucking dollar in their pocket, and give it to a total stranger and be still happy. Because you know why? God always brings balance. God always makes sure that baby is provided for. God makes something out of nothing when you least expect it. That baby didn't have no food on that table. God provided that food. Even when the devil tried to blackmail that baby. And God saw everything that that baby was going through. And that baby did not one time had to play with Spork in a toxic way. That baby didn't have to get out of character and call you out your name. Because God was going to take care of them. Because God saw everything. It's so crazy how people sit there and say, hey, I told you I got the last laugh, motherfucker. No, God does. Even when you try to get them person jumped. Even when you play with Spoke in a toxic way. Even when you try to energy harvest off that baby's energy. Even when you try to destiny swipe with that baby, but it was an epic failure. You try to sit there and take that baby at their free will. You try to cause chaos and confusion in that baby's life. That's God's baby. You're doing all of this to a child of God, let alone a chosen one at that. A real chosen one. That you wouldn't even be able to walk a day in they fucking shoes. Not even a day. You'll be so scared. I don't want to play no more. But it was never a game. You wouldn't even be able to understand the emotions behind the pain. You'll be a crybaby every single day. Folks looking at you like, are you okay? Trying to figure out your own train of thought if I'm coming or going. I wish somebody come save me. But ain't nobody coming. People would want to walk in your shoes so bad. But they would never understand what it took for you to show up for yourself to overcome. Finding balance when it came to pain. And you stand before yourself today. And one thing you didn't have to do was tell a lie. When you're not doing it for likes and views or clout chasing. That is just different. You're not out here hacking people's devices and sitting back and watching them within watching them. See how they react. Or you know that someone hacks someone's devices and you sit there behind closed doors with individuals, y'all in group chats talking about somebody. Laughing. It's funny. We're going to take all of their creativity and make it our own. we're going to get credit for their work, and nobody will ever understand. Nobody will ever believe you when you speak up for yourself, because you're the one who came up with the creativity when it comes to ideas. You know, when you're truly the blueprint, that's God's blueprint. And when God marks his chosen ones, that energy is different. They would never understand that domino effect is real. Yeah, that domino effect is so real. And, you know, people be like, I'm playing chess and shit, right? I've been playing motherfucking checkers this whole fucking time. And I went up against the fucking devil blindsided with God's vision. And you mean to tell me at the end of the day, I undefeated all you motherfuckers by myself? Right to left? Even when you was throwing spell work at me? Because you didn't think I knew my worth? How does that happen? It took a group of people to go up against one person, though. I make it make sense. A person that was really a popular loner, too. And one thing they have to do was lie to you. Regardless if you have to dig up their past, only to realize the math still didn't add up. Who is this person? And then, now we're not going to talk about that because wow. When you sit back as a chosen one and realize the real chosen ones, the ones that actually know what pain feels like, the ones that actually knows how it feels to sit alone and nobody cheering you on, and you're not doing it for likes and views. You don't gotta lie about being incarcerated. You don't gotta lie about dealing with a situation that you never endured. The energy is different. You don't gotta lie about spiritual warfare. You don't have to lie about it. We all are not the same. My content is not for everyone. I don't run from my past. They would never understand unconditional love. You know, when your enemy puts you in competition because you understood an existence that God allowed you to see balance, faith, God is holding favor over you. Certain folks don't want you to elevate to see the light within you. How truly bright you actually shine. And hold on one second. Damn, you even have to enter that room. They see you. Shit. I'll keep doing your thing. Now, respectfully, because you really got folks actually rooting you on. They say there's 3 people watching me right now. And I actually appreciate you. But certain folks will never understand how. The same thing I see right here, and this is what they call me crazy. I'm bugging, I'm slow, I'm stupid, and I'm retarded. You know, when it comes to this spiritual warfare, and when it comes to someone behind the scenes doing certain things, when it comes to hold on 1 second, you're not bugging. Because when you watch other people's lives, everything looks normal. But when it comes to you, they trying to show you at the end of the day, nobody's watching you. But when the enemy is actually entertaining you right now, they're watching. Because they're so entertained and they're so intrigued. Hold on 1 second. How do you continue to elevate? I'm interested. I've never been signed to anybody a day in my life. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. When it comes to any contract. When it comes to my creativity. And I would never hurt myself. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And one thing I'm going to always be is Naya, genuine love, respect. If I have not changed that mindset since I was a child, when it comes to my creativity, I'm not going to start now. Because it's always been in me. It's always been in me. But realizing that God didn't allow me to express my creativity in front of certain individuals because they wanted to use and abuse me. And God said, no, 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 no. No! They thought they ate off for you. Should try to humiliate you, discourage you. But the people that truly for you, to actually hear you, to actually respect you. And they're not trying to make you feel like what you've been through. You know, when you have the right people in your life, they don't look at you like competition. They would never look at you like competition. And they're far from haters. The energy is different. You ever respected somebody so much that they didn't see your vision, but only to realize, hold on one second. God placed you in their life for the right reason, but God didn't reveal who you truly was because God said no. I want this person to get themselves together emotionally because they keep saying they want something. They're asking for God to bless them with people that's truly for them, but they rejected their own blessing, only realized they only learned their own lesson. This type of stuff happens. But I would never sit there and kick my neighbor down, even when someone else is listening. And to know that someone else is listening, God says, speak up and talk about this person so bad. So we know at the end of the day, they hear you. And only realize that, hold on one second, you actually related to a message that at the end of the day, that hold on one second, you wasn't even in the same room with me, but hold on one second, someone actually related something that I said. And I don't even know them. You know how God works in mysterious ways. You know, I said who I say I am. And I had this gift in me for a very long time. And I love me. And I'm not going to dim my light because someone doesn't want to choose me or respect me. It don't matter what community I go in. If you're not for me, I'm going to continue to keep it pushing. And then it's so crazy because everybody knows me for that. No, I don't speak to people. So I got an attitude. So no, I don't speak to people. I think I'm better than somebody, but that's never the case. Only if you knew what I knew, what you were saying about me, you'd be like, damn, you really heard me. You heard me. And that's why you're not for me. When I asked God to reveal my enemies, thank you for being patient with me. And when the devil starts to approach me, hold on one second. I wasn't saying too much. I was saying just enough. So when you repeat what I said, I understood at the end of the day, God was still in the room. How when the enemy and the devil that don't like you, they send all these different people with different motives, like trauma bonding. So they pay attention to your upbringing when it comes to your childhood. And listen to people that you was surrounding yourself with in the past. So the first thing they do is, oh, well, you don't deal with your family. So that's how we trauma bond you. I'm your friend. And it goes from I'm your friend to hold on one second. Are you in a relationship? To know that if you're not in a relationship, now I can manipulate you even more. That's none of your fucking business. Because at the end of the day, someone sent you to me. And because someone sent you to me, you're trying to trauma bond me. To allow me to believe that, hold on one second, you was looking for answers. But the answers you was looking for was to suck on my free will when it comes to my conscience. Always be yourself. When you don't think that you're perfect, you just understand balance. You have good days, bad days, misunderstanding days, just like the next person. You know how when you lose a loved one, you deal with depression for the moment. Some people don't deal the same. Everybody's walk of life is not the same. But I still know how to respect my neighbor. Someone just had a tragic incident in their life. Now they're dealing with anxiety. I still know how to respect my neighbor. It doesn't matter about your culture, your religion, your sexual orientation, your disability, your age. Someone didn't have to lie about what they experienced, and I say that respectfully. And especially when they're not doing it for likes and views on cloud chasing, and I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. I didn't have to sit here and act and pay somebody to tell them to go with a role just so I can present it to folks and make it seem real. You know you didn't do this to me. So we gonna make it, we gonna get some money off of this or whatever the case may be so it could look like it was real and act like I'm going through this. Nah. There's people who go through real life stuff every single day. There's people who really have real life trauma when it comes to their biological parents or parents that never showed up for them. There's people that don't gotta fake that shit. And it's people who overcame that mindset that, hey, it's not trauma. I stand before myself today. I love me. Something that someone couldn't do was show up for me. That ain't just different. When someone didn't have to act like their food was poisoned, it really happened. When someone don't gotta act like their substances was poisoned, it really happened. They experienced it. And it's so fucked up to know that people with money and different tax brackets will prey on someone in a certain type of community because they don't want someone to understand their own fucking existence. And it's so sad how people of their own kind will go against them. And people be like, I'm for my people. I'm for my people. Fuck you. Disrespectfully, not literally. I don't want you next to me. You could be for your people, talking about you a boss. Actual bosses don't move like that, regardless of what the fuck the enemy got going on. Because when you got a valid team around you, valid people around you, not yes men, or people that wouldn't put you in a predicament that, hold on one second, what did I do that day? I shouldn't have bothered that person. Out of hate and envy and jealousy, I don't want them to elevate. They gonna get the clout, hold on one second, it's gonna outshine me. I want still folks to look at me that I'm still somebody. That's the problem with people in their mindset. Everybody not doing it for likes and views or clout. When you truly here to respect your neighbor and be in an even exchange, I ain't have to endure pain to be somebody I truly wasn't. That ain't just different. When you're passing over in your reality today, they will never understand why you stand before yourself today when you have to act like somebody that you wasn't. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. Doesn't matter what tax bracket you was in, what label status you are in. If you're an actor, actress, music artist, who gives a fuck? You a poet, a teacher, a dancer, a tarot reader, someone that works in the spiritual field, a cook. You know, everybody don't operate the same, regardless of their culture. People don't just sit here and say, you know what? Because I don't like you, I'm gonna project spell work on you. People keep it moving. I don't like you. I don't like you. Have a nice day. I don't agree with the things that you're doing. Have a nice day. I don't like the fact you love yourself. Have a nice day. I don't want you to elevate faster than me. Who gives a fuck? Have a nice day. But when you gotta sit there and play with spell work, get a group of people to go up against people because you're mentally weak, or you gotta hack somebody's devices, it tells a lot about you at the end of the day. It really does. You gotta play with spell work in a toxic way. You gotta energy harvest those people's energy. You gotta try to destiny swipe with somebody. You gotta go to this reader, that reader, this reader, that reader. What's going on with this person today? What's going on with them today? What's going on with them today? What they gonna do today? What's going on? And you hack their devices. And then you get them shadow banned. And then you pay people not to be in somebody's life. Or you sit there and dig up somebody's past. Something that you don't understand. How people don't live in the same mindset as you when it comes to actually meaning what they're saying. I love me. And I don't mean no disrespect. Folks be so intimidated by your confidence. Regardless if you're a dude or a chick, when it come to elevation, you understood rotation. When it came to your blessing, it wasn't a rejection. You understood the receiver when it came to balance. That hold on one second, God was leading you to better days ahead. You don't worship the devil. The energy is different. When your heavenly mother, your heavenly father showing you that you was truly protected, they would never understand your existence, to how you continue to elevate, and you was never their race. You was never part of their race. How this type of stuff does happen. Folks swear up and down like you're talking about them like a bad habit, but fuck it. If your mask fell off, it tells us about your character traits. There's so many individuals that move this way too. You know, we live in a big world, but it's so small too. It's a train of thought for me. You know, we live in a spiritual world. We do. So and when someone's saying that they're gifted when doing something, and then you got people in the background like, yeah, we're gonna blackmail this person when they in a little group huddling up, hey, you know, we're gonna paint this person to be a fraud. We're gonna blackmail them. So nobody will believe that they really who they say they are. But the whole entire time the official person was right in front of your face. And all the people that got to huddle up and group up or whatever the case may be, they was taking notes on the official person, the one with the blueprint, the original. You didn't know. This is a train of thought for me. They was keeping up with every move. Only was to hold on 1 second. You forgot to put respect on your name, neighbor. That's what they saying. Never stop being yourself because someone sees you as a threat. Someone is intimidated by you. Regardless if you're a popular loner or not. And I don't mean no disrespect. Because I'm actually a respectful person. I really am. Excuse me, no thank you, have a good day. Just don't put your hands on me. And we'd be okay. But it's so disgusting to see that when folks blackmail you, gather up in groups and shit, and whatever the case may be, project spell work on you, try to energy harvest off your energy and shit. And as soon as you start speaking up for yourself, it's like, damn, we plead the fifth, like you're doing too much, like shut up. Like you already telling us, hold on 1 second, about ourselves, but we're not going to take accountability for our actions. You know what we did that day, and nobody's going to believe you because we're going to paint you out to be the villain of your story, of our story. Oh, okay. You ever been in the comfort of your comfort zone and it was expressing yourself in your comfort zone? And only you to realize that someone tried to blackmail you because you was in the comfort of your comfort zone, but they decide to bully you. They don't do it to nobody else because you're the new person. It's more believable because you're the new person. And because they can gather up together like they said they was going to do from the very beginning, I would take this whole community, let alone maybe a building or two, to go against you. Even if I got you on camera, I'm going to still lie on you, even if you put it back. You know, God works in mysterious ways. God works in mysterious ways. I don't worship the devil good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I don't care about the he say, she say, what they got to say about me. But one thing I never had to do was lie. And one thing I never had to do was gang stalk somebody or pay this person or pay that person to cite some of their free will when it comes to their conscience. That's not how my heavenly mother or my heavenly father operate. No. That's not how they operate. And it's so sad to see that people older than me go up against me when it comes to the spiritual warfare shit. I would think it would be more so my age group, but it is too. But when I see people older than me, it really I look at them, I look at you guys like a disappointment to society. I really do. And I don't give a fuck if you care or not. But it's just so disgusting to know that that could be somebody else's child that you guys are doing this to until it's your baby. And then one day you're trying to go get protection for your baby when it comes to the spiritual realm or whatever the case may be, and only to realize that baby's not protected. That baby cannot be protected anymore because of your karma. And I would hate for that baby to have to walk into society and have to deal with that type of pain. And they don't understand, they bent out of shape. They so mentally drained, emotionally not even stable. Can't even understand their own existence, to love themselves, to better themselves when it comes to their mental health. Because of everything that you done did to someone else's child. Not alone just somebody else's child, but that's God's baby. It doesn't matter how old that baby is. And I don't mean no disrespect in no shape or form. But this type of stuff does happen. My content is not for everyone. And to know that someone as old as me, you would think they get their life together by now. Especially when it comes to the spiritual world, like, damn. You decide to go up against someone else's culture because you deal with racism in your culture. Or you don't like the fact that someone likes the same sex, but you would dibble and dabble when you pick and choose when you want to have the same sex partner. This type of stuff does happen. Or you don't like the fact that you wasn't given the gift because you use your tools for the bad instead of the good to be your authentic self. And God bless somebody with a light that outshines you because you couldn't understand to get yourself right. This type of stuff happens. It does. It doesn't matter about your culture, your religion, your sexual orientation, your disability, your age. Respect's a two-way street. What happened, neighbor? You feel like someone is not spiritually protected. So you decide to project spell work on his baby. You got this baby feeling like they supposed to become their own worst enemy. You got them on an altar doing all different types of sacrifices and stuff to psych them out their own train of thought. I can't even get my words together. That's how real it is because it's disgusting. And this type of stuff does happen. When someone is truly gifted and they don't have to go tick for tack with you when it comes to spell work. They don't. They don't. And they don't have, and what you did to that person when it comes to gang stalking, poison their food, or whatever you did that day, you know what you are accountable for taking credit for. Because what you did, that's what you did. And even if you had to take a whole group of people to do it with you, what you don't understand is when that child of God still has favor within them, and God was truly protecting them, you would never still understand the root of that. Hold on 1 second. That baby was still protected. Regardless of whatever you threw at that baby still found elevation. And it's sad to see that folks still won't give that innocent person respect when it's due. After you sat there and trying to drain their energy harvest off their energy. So you can feed your family. And not one time did this person complain. Not one time did this person disrespect you. You know, not one time did this person have to go to this spiritual person, go to that spiritual person, go to that doctor, and do any spell work on you. They just put it in God's hands. And when that person starts speaking the way they do like this, the first thing you're saying that they're crazy. God is not in existence. God is not real. But God enough is showing up on time. I'm not your genuine love respect. Leave people, children alone. Leave people, children alone. I don't wish bad on nobody, but God works in mysterious ways. I don't live in fear. And I would never hurt myself good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And when it comes to my creativity, nobody ever helped me but my Heavenly Mother, my Heavenly Father. From the time that I started my platforms, and one thing I'm not doing is running from my past. Even when you disrespect me and saying that you're going to get me locked up, or you're going to put me in a psych ward, God saw everything. When you said that you're going to steal my devices from me, God saw everything. When you sat there within the group of the people that you was talking to in the group chats, you worked on the last person, you talked about their free will. But God sees everything. When that child of God is truly protected, they stand before themselves today. Even when you try to make them homeless and take everything from them, when it comes to any accounts, God sees everything, and God is real. You may not believe in God, but trust and believe. It's a lot of people who believe in God. And a child of God and God, and I say this respectfully, when you're a real life child of God, a real life child of God, you don't energy harvest off people's energy. You do not destiny swipe with anyone. You don't play with spell work in a toxic way towards your neighbor. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. For no likes or views. That's called energy harvesting, lying. And they thought it was funny, and nothing was funny about it. Or because you wanted to energy harvest all people's energy. You wanted to get a reaction out of them. But you know, God sees everything. God sees everything. And it's so sad and disgusting to see how the person who bullies the innocent person, it be the ones that be trying to say people they free will when it comes to their conscience. And then when they want to sit there and blackmail an innocent person, like, what was you truly thinking? You can shadow ban me all day long. You can project spell work on my channels all day long. But when God brings the right people into your life, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, when you know who you are, I don't mean no disrespect. Never allow someone to make you feel like you gotta live in fear. You know, my content is not for everybody. It's not. Because there's people out there that help people, and they actually on God's timing. They're actually doing the right thing when they use their gifts for the right reasons. They use their gift for good. But certain individuals like to pick and choose who they want to bully because they don't want that light to overpower certain individuals that are in certain situations. But when God is shining a light on that child, that energy is different. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. When you're a real life popular loner, they will never understand how you truly elevating, being misled by pain. Some days you feel like it wasn't an even exchange, but God showed you a valuable lesson when it came to life. I'm showing you balance, so certain things you're going to feel like it's not right. I'm elevating you to your best self vision of yourself. They will never understand why you didn't reject you. I truly showed you that you was truly protected when you least expected, when they rejected you. You overcame so many obstacles to better you. When it come to your mental health, they will never understand why you relapsed that day. When they threw spell work at you in a toxic way, they were supposed to have you mentally imbalanced, being your worst enemy. But God said, no, not another day. The energy is different. Loving yourself, the better yourself, never for them. Your light, check you out, neighbor, neighbor, neighbor. When it come to your confidence, they will never understand rotation. Catching your blessings when you least expected. It wasn't a rejection because you understood that. Receive it that day. How God had a better plan when it came to motivation. Regardless if they try to blackmail you, dig up your past, that hold on 1 second, that don't live in your reality today. He wasn't out here energy harvesting off innocent people's energies on playing with spoke and the toxic way. He wasn't trying to destiny swipe of folks. You wasn't psyching people out their free will. We all don't operate the same. When you truly fall from a hater, you don't look at your neighbor like competition. They would never understand how you truly elevate, the better yourself. When it came to your mental health, the energy is different. They said that you lazy, slow, stupid, and retarded. But check you out. Go neighbor, 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 neighbor. Humanity, you're worthy. You didn't get light yet. It's not within you. Because God truly showed you potential. And the last thing that you was doing was losing yourself. When you understood self-reflection to better yourself, when it came to your mental health, they would never understand how you love yourself to better yourself. Never dim your light, neighbor, 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 neighbor. They can't take the blueprint from God's child, the original one that at the end of the day they ain't gotta be a copycat. Certain folks would never understand how. But I wanted, God said no. My content is not for everyone. It's not. I'm about to wrap this video up. I need a nap. Protect your energy and protect you and your family and stay out of trouble. Regardless to who gave up on you or overlooked you during your journey, do not give up on you. Yes, you are beautiful. Yes, you are handsome. And yes, you are worthy. The beauty was within you. I love that hold on 1 second was truly unconditional. They didn't understand how you looked in the mirror. They said only a mother eye that hold on 1 second with only love. But that was never the case because you wasn't trying to catch one. You didn't get lost in someone's words when they tried to bully you that day. You realize the hold on 1 second, I was able to maintain a smile that certain folks couldn't relate to. Why it chose me not to overlook me the other day. Yes, you are beautiful. Yes, you are handsome. The way your heart is set up, they would never understand that hold on 1 second. They truly couldn't break it. Because you truly God's baby. That energy is different. You stand before yourself today as the woman and man that you're becoming. You understood the even exchange. Balance of pain and trauma, hold on 1 second. You are worthy at the end of the day. Because God allowed you to see, to believe in your faith, that you are worthy and you don't live in fear. So that they didn't understand what you overcame. My content is not for everybody. I may not make sense to you, but I make sense to the people who are truly for me. And that's okay. And I say that respectfully. Never allow someone to make you feel like you're ugly. And especially when they have self-esteem problems they self. Or never allow someone to make you feel like you can't choose you because you understand a love language that they can't relate to. Lack of confidence, that has nothing to do with you. Because as soon as someone projects your looks towards you or they trying to bring you down to see you frown, you found balance to hold on 1 second. Yes, you are worthy. My content is not for everybody. It's not. But you matter, you're worthy. To understand why you stand before yourself today when it comes to elevation. Peace and respect, your neighbor. Stop the violence. Humanity worthy. No, as the trainer thought to me, always be yourself, but no one less. Just don't damn you like neighbor. Choosing yourself one day at a time. They will never understand that hold on 1 second. You getting yourself together for all the right reasons, even when they try to see you frown. Have a safe year, weekend, day, evening. You matter, you're worthy. When you're past living your reality today. And you don't regret anything that you just did. Because God was leading you when it comes to your faith, regardless of who understands your vision. You're going to be okay. My content is not for everyone. It's not. And that's okay. I say praise time to the genuine ones with no misintention.